What's up, y'all? Skye Squad. We are back in the building. Yes, indeed, your boy is back. We got a lot of things to discuss today. Thank you guys for waiting in the good chatterization while I got things together on the back end. Let me tell you what happened, right? I had a whole different story that I was about to go with, right? But then something said, yo, check BravoTV.com to see what the previews got going on for this coming week's episode. And I was like, oh, this is actually more interesting than what we actually had in store. Well, not really. I'll probably still talk about the whole Karen and Giselle situation, but I really want to focus on this situation right here with Dr. Wendy Osefo and Ashley Darby first. So we're going to talk about that right after we talk about this good Garcelle and Kyle Richards news. Now, typically, y'all know I don't really talk that. I haven't been talking about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that much lately, but we're going to get back onto the bandwagon with that because the reunion is going off and they treating my girl Garcelle kind of crazy, okay? They treating her kind of crazy. So I want to actually get into that first. Listen, if you guys are in the good chatterization, of course, let me know where you guys are watching from. It's craziness going on around here today. I got some construction work coming in a minute, so I'm just all over the place. Just did a live thing at the Accelerate 180 conference as well. That's still going on. April B, I appreciate you and your super chat. I love you. I love you. I love you. Listen, y'all know the drill. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff like that. Let's get down to the tea. Are y'all watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? In the good chatterization, let me know if you guys are watching the good Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. If you are, okay, you will know that Garcelle has come under attack by that good Kyle Richards, okay? Now, right before the episode went live, Bravo released a sneak peek of the reunion part 1 online. And in it, we saw Kyle Richards basically allude to the fact that Garcelle had not paid the $5,000 that she pledged to donate at the charity event that occurred earlier in the season on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So we see her in the clip basically announce it out of nowhere, okay? Not having given Garcelle any heads up throughout the season, allegedly, okay? So then when we all saw it on the show, we were all kind of like, what? Why would you choose now to do this? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, things get a little more interesting. Right before, thank you, Christy Terrell, I appreciate you. Right before the episode aired, I want to play you guys a clip because Garcelle did sort of address this issue head on before. I'm going to play you this clip, and then we're going to go into Kyle's response, and then we're going to go into exactly what Garcelle had to say in response to that. Okay, let's go.
Hey guys, I want to take a few moments to say my piece, if you will. You guys know that I'm a straight shooter. I say it like it is. I try to speak my truth always. I got called out at the reunion of Beverly Hills saying that I bid for a charity event and did not pay for it. I hope you guys know better than that. It fell through the cracks innocently. I was traveling all over the world last year, and it innocently fell through the cracks. Why wouldn't I pay for something that this is my character. This is my my integrity. I don't play around when it comes to things like that. I wanted to set the record straight. I know the show is about drama, but when it comes to who I am as a person, I don't play around with things like that. There, I said it. Now, let's go on with the show.
All right, so there we have that, right? Thank you for this good super chat right here. I really do appreciate you. So then we have this right here. Oh, snap, I got another super chat. I really appreciate y'all. I love y'all for this. Y'all are on it today. Y'all making my day. Okay. Let's see here. Y'all know I got something crazy going on, so I'm gonna take y'all with me real quick. But we have Kyle Richards' response, right? Give me a second, y'all. We got Kyle Richards' response right here. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up right quick. I gotta let y'all read it. All right, so here we go. Kyle Richards responds right here with this. I'm gonna let y'all read this real quick. I gotta let the man inside the house. It's not working. No, it's not working. I'll take it back. Crazy, y'all, right? So for me, I'm kind of like, what is going on here? So you're going to say that you made multiple attempts to reach out to her, right? But how come you could not say anything to her all throughout the season about this? This makes absolutely no sense to me. So then we had this happen. So Nichelle Turner, who I believe works on one of the entertainment shows, says, hey, Kyle, you saw Garcelle numerous times over the course of the season. If there were numerous attempts to reach out to her, why didn't you just say something to her when you saw her in person? That's an honest question. So then Garcelle responds, she's full of SH to the I to the T. Okay. Now, I just got to say this. I'm out of breath, y'all. I've been running all over through the house while y'all was reading that. Thank y'all thank y'all for sticking here with me today. It's so much going on. But my thing about it is this. Kyle, how are you going to talk about somebody doing something for the show, but at the end of the day, this move right here that you pulled was strictly for the show, okay? You waited all season because you knew Garcelle had an issue with you to actually wait until the reunion to call her out about this. This makes absolutely no sense to me. So you can't be calling out nobody, okay? You can't call out nobody for this type of thing because you are the main one doing it, okay? Now, Ebony Love says Kyle is matter match. She is the reason why we can't see LVP's Animal Farm. Thank you. You're the best, okay? To me, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I used to be a big Kyle supporter. Y'all, I used to be the biggest Kyle supporter, but something about her behavior this season just does not sit well with me at all. I'm kind of like, I don't really understand it. I don't get it. Even ever since the start of the season, y'all remember how insanely irritating she was acting at the beginning of the season, arguing with everybody, arguing with Dorit all that time about Glam. Like, what was it for? Like, what for? I feel like she's been on one all season, and I feel like she was waiting until the right moment to spring this on Garcelle when everybody was there at the reunion to embarrass her. And also, it kind of I feel like she's trying to imply that Garcelle couldn't afford to pay it. Did y'all kind of get that impression? I felt like she was like, something in her statement made me feel like she was just trying to say that Garcelle couldn't afford to pay it and she wanted to embarrass her. That's how I feel. Bottom line. Now, I want to move right on along. So I placed a link, and I will place this link in the description of this video as well. Give me 1 second. I'm placing that link in the description of this video right now. I placed it also in the stream link as well. I'm going to place it here now, again, just so y'all will have it. Now, this week on the Real Housewives of Potomac, we are going to get a brand new look at the final part of that argument between Dr. Wendy. I hope I'm on her level enough. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Wendy and Ashley Darby. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This just bites my butt right here. And you guys are going to see this if you watch the argument. Okay. I'm putting a link in the description of the video right now so you guys have it. It's also in the chat, okay? Now, in the argument, it continues. Ashley's pretty calm, and she says something to the effect about one of Dr. Wendy's statements being stupid, right? Something that she said about her. At this point, Wendy calls her brokey and a bug. And I'm just like, and she constantly, she says it about 5-6 times. I have 4 degrees. I have 4 degrees. I have 4 degrees. I have 4 degrees. I just had to say it enough times for y'all to get the impression as well. Listen, here's the thing. Last week when I did my review, I talked about Wendy giving me a little bit of elitist vibes. And I'm here for anybody that's gotten their education, gotten their PhD. You know, I'm here for people that may not have gotten college degrees because college ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And having college degrees and having 4 degrees, 5 degrees, 16, 78 degrees does not make you better than the next person, okay? It doesn't make you better than the next person at all. So to me, it's like, and I get it. She was basically countering with, I'm not stupid, you know, or my comment wasn't stupid. I guess she misheard Ashley or whatever. Now, listen, I know when 2 people get into arguments, they say things that they don't mean, right? But I think it's one thing when you start calling people, because that was the same, listen, last year we was upset at Candace. Well, most of us was upset at Candace for calling Ashley a roach. And now this season is very interesting that Dr. Wendy Osefo is calling Ashley a bug. Okay. Now, to me, this is, I just feel like she got a little bit of this bug stuff from Candace. And I hate to say it. I don't want to think, I didn't want to think that. I wanted to think that Wendy was coming in with her own thoughts, her own opinions about situations. But for the simple fact that she too also called Ashley a bug, where would you get that from? I don't think Ashley looks like a bug. That's just me. It didn't make no sense to me. And then she called her broke. So again, it's like what it makes me believe is this. It appears as though, and I'm not saying this is actually the case, but it appears as though Wendy came into the show with some prior knowledge about Ashley or any of the other castmates as well. So it appears as though she might have gotten some information out either from the streets, from watching the show, or from her girl Candace, because it just feels to me like if I don't really know you that well, one, how would I know that you were broke? And then she later clarifies that, oh, Michael's not broke. It's Ashley that's broke. How would you know that? Like, how would you know that Ashley was broke? I wouldn't know that I don't know how much people make, and you know, upon first meeting them. If I've only met you 3 times, how would I know how much money you got? So I don't know. It's just real interesting to me. And I guess for me, I'm just really not with the whole idea of calling people names and stuff like that. Like calling somebody roach, calling somebody a bug. I just don't get it. It doesn't seem right to me. You know what I'm saying? Renee, I feel you. I actually, let me tell you something. I like Wendy. Don't get me wrong. I like Wendy. I love what she's done, you know, her accomplishments and stuff like that. But you can't lead with your accomplishments. That's not how especially if you're trying to make it into a new group of people, like you don't need to lead with your accomplishments. You just lead with your personality. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's plenty of people that I know. I don't even know how many degrees they got. You know what I'm saying? Nor is it relevant. Angela says Wendy did her research like someone with 4 degrees would. Research is her wheelhouse. I mean, listen, I think you might be right about that. That might solve that riddle. But I'm just saying. And that was something that I wanted to know as well. Someone says, what's this going to do to her career? You know, we had a really in-depth discussion about this on the All About the Tea YouTube page when we did our weekly panels. We have another panel coming up today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about the Real Housewives of New York. But, you know, we had an in-depth discussion about this and what it could potentially do to her career. And listen, you know, when you are on as a commentator in the arena that she's in, specifically politics, it's sad to me because I feel like she should know how to go back and forth with somebody without resorting to like name calling or talking about their finances and stuff like that. I always feel like you stick to the subject at hand. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, calling somebody a B, calling somebody a bug, calling somebody, you know, brokey, to me, that just seems really unlike somebody that I'm expecting to be a college professor, you know, a news commentator, somebody who's really well respected in the industry. Not to say that we don't respect her anymore, but I'm just saying it just seems kind of strange to me. Patricia says, leave Wendy alone, DJ. No. Next. I mean, listen, when I see the action happen, we're going to talk about it. If you don't like me talking about the action, don't take the action. That's it. Bottom line. Laura says, Richie, you don't have to like everybody. Wendy's not a nice person and not very likable. Who cares about her 4 degrees? Her degrees just benefits her, doesn't make her better than anyone. Absolutely. Wendy is doing this for clout. Look at our political climate. Howard Dean accused Trump of being on that white girl. Bill Clinton was messy. I mean, I don't know. The way they talked about Kanye's financial issues to me was just nasty. Take action there. I mean, listen, you know, again, and some people mistake, and it's not the majority of you guys get it. Most of y'all get what we do here on this channel. So when I'm talking about somebody and when I'm talking about their actions, we talk about their actions. We're not condemning them as people. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the actions that they take on the show and whether we feel like they're right or they're wrong. You know what I mean? So that's where this is coming from. So if you feel like, if you're a Wendy fan and you feel like I'm coming at her crazy, no, you ain't never heard me call her a name. You ain't never heard me call her anything, any type of name. But you will hear me talk about the things that she's doing and how I feel like it's not right. Boom, M. Boom. T'Challa knew what was about to happen. He knew what was up. All of us. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. Listen, I wanted to bring y'all this good news, give y'all this good clip. It's in the link in the description. It's also in the chatterization one more time if you guys haven't seen it. You know, this episode is going to be real interesting come on Sunday. So we'll just have to see how this whole situation plays out. Hopefully she is able to sort of have some resolve with Ashley, and we'll just have to see how it goes. Listen, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I got to go and run and take care of the things in the house right now. I will see you guys in the next video.